There are wounds a nation carries long after the headlines fade. 26/11 is one of them. Mumbai's night of fire, fear and heartbreak is etched into every Indian memory. 10 Pakistani terrorists stormed the financial capital, turning its busiest streets into battlegrounds. For 3 endless days, the country watched as hotels burned, gunshots echoed, and 166 innocent lives were lost. Fathers, daughters, officers, waiters, tourists, and heroes. And yet, behind the chaos lay a truth far more painful. This did not happen in a vacuum. It happened because those in power failed their own country. For years leading up to 26/11, intelligence warnings were ignored, agencies worked in silos, and national security was treated like an afterthought. The Congress-led UPA government drifted through one alert after another with stunning casualness until the inevitable happened. Terrorists from Pakistan walked into Mumbai as if India's borders were open doors. When the city bled, India expected its government to stand tall. But the Congress leadership staggered instead. Even as Pakistan-backed terrorists killed the nation's children, Rahul Gandhi reportedly told American diplomats that Hindu terror is a bigger threat. While the world saw Pakistan's hand clearly, the Congress establishment chose politics over national unity. The final blow came from within their own ranks. Chidambaram's own admission.
Apparently, the Prime Minister had discussed this even when the attack was going on. I don't know. I can only surmise. And the conclusion was largely influenced by the MEA and the IFS that we should not physically react to the situation.
A sovereign nation hesitated, not because it lacked strength, but because its leadership lacked will. Justice for 26/11 should have begun immediately. Instead, it froze. Key masterminds like Sajid Mir and Yusuf Muzammil continued to live freely in Pakistan. No attempt was made to pressurize, expose or pursue them with the intensity India deserved. The UPA government stayed quiet, content with diplomatic statements and half measures, while families of the victims waited for answers that never came. But the story didn't end with Congress's silence. A new chapter began when a decisive leadership stepped in. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India's stance on terror shifted from passive to unforgiving. In 2019, the UAPA Act was amended, something no previous government had dared, allowing India to designate individual terrorists and not just organizations. This single change broke decades of diplomatic deadlocks. Soon after, the Modi government declared 18 more individuals as designated terrorists, including those who orchestrated 26/11 from the shadows of Pakistan. Sajid Mir, one of the main planners of the attack, and Yusuf Muzammil, LET's operations commander in Kashmir, and a key 26/11 accused were finally placed where they belonged, in India's terror blacklist. And then came the breakthrough the country waited 17 years for. Tahabur Hussain Rana, Pakistani origin, Canadian American, a key conspirator in the 26/11 plot, lost his final appeal in the US Supreme Court. The US handed him over to India's NIA. 26/11 remains a scar, but it is no longer a forgotten one. After years of inertia and excuses, India is reclaiming her justice step by step, name by name, terrorist by terrorist. Congress allowed the wound. The Modi government is ensuring it finally begins to heal.